Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, January 31st, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 558 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Japan whale hunting, bycatch rule highlighted after mink death. We need to work together, mention blasts Harris TV hit on COVID relief. Longtime DB Cooper suspect dies at 94, leaving mystery of daring hijacker unsolved. 2 dead in massive California storms, Highway 1 washed out. Asian Americans don't need empires, misrepresentation, especially now. Billionaires are blaming the GameStop surge on COVID stimulus checks. 4-year-old girl discovers 220-million-year-old dinosaur footprint at a beach in Wales. Detective hired by Harvey Weinstein to track victims not expected to survive after robbery outside home. Biden reportedly expected to nominate judges with legal backgrounds historically underrepresented on the federal bench. Rep. Stephen Lynch tests positive for COVID-19 after getting second dose of vaccine. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Lakers at Celtics NBA on ABC Live Scoreboard, NBA. First on CNN, 5 of Trump's impeachment defense attorneys leave team less than 2 weeks before trial, CNN. Robinhood CEO refutes conspiracy theory that hedge funds prompted GameStop trading halt, Fox Business. Defiant Redditors buy Times Square billboard as GameStop stock saga rages, Fox Business. NJ weather, winter storm warnings issued with heavy wind-driven snow, dangerous driving conditions expected, NJ.com. G.I. Joe's Fortnite collaboration includes a Snake Eyes skin and action figure, The Verge. Dodger Stadium vaccination site shut down amid protest, Los Angeles Times. Felipe Franks TD Pass seals Senior Bowl win for national team, Kellen Mond named MVP, ESPN. Everything to know about COVID-19 vaccines in Iowa, KCCI Des Moines. Pentagon pauses plan to offer coronavirus vaccines to Guantanamo detainees, Axios. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Trump loses lead impeachment lawyers a week before trial. Dodger Stadium mass vaccine site shut down in Los Angeles after protesters block entrance. Lincoln Project threatens lawsuit after Rudy Giuliani falsely links group to Capitol riot. Creator of Bernie Mittens partners with Vermont teddy bear maker. Human Rights Campaign says Marjorie Taylor Greene is attacking democracy itself. Georgia County to replace Confederate monument with John Lewis statue. Texas City Councilman posted photo of news after insurrection, saying let 'em hang. CDC mandates face masks on airplanes and public transportation. Some hospitals give donors, board members easy access to COVID-19 shots. Racial disparities apparent in U.S. COVID-19 vaccination drive. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Body found in search for missing student. Mom who fostered 300 kids dies from COVID. Late email response causes woman to miss vaccine. 100-year-old World War II vet gets vaccine. Mom gets wrong cremation certificate for baby. Police stumble upon dog fighting ring. Rescued dogs meet forever families. Person hurt after car crashes into house. Volunteer jam rescheduled for August. Super Bowl experience sold out. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Trump parts ways with lead impeachment lawyer. Virus updates, CDC order requires masks for travel in U.S. Sophie, who pushed the boundaries of pop music, dies at 34. Like wartime, Canadian companies unite to start mass virus testing. The Capitol attack was a failure of policing, not architecture. Pentagon halts plan to vaccinate the 40 prisoners of Guantanamo Bay. San Francisco's school renaming and the pandemic's gift to radicalism. Section of Highway 1 in California collapses after heavy rains. A vast web of vengeance. A California university tries to shield an entire city from coronavirus. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Janice Dean goes after NBC's Lester Holt for protecting Governor Andrew Cuomo. Baltimore security guard exchanges gunfire with police after dispute over paycheck. Hiding Hunter Biden laying low in LA, starting art career with shady dealer. Suspect arrested for attacking Bill Clinton's former private detective Jack Palladino. Political correctness could threaten women's sports. NYC nursing home resident who was denied a vaccine dies of COVID-19. Environmental journalist praises Biden's week of climate climaxing. Coronavirus sees uptick in demand for home care workers. Hillary Clinton helping Dems make 2022 moves, urges Ohio Liberal to flip Senate seat. Biden picked to run unemployment program oversaw hundreds of millions lost in unemployment fraud. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, January 31st. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. COVID study, food, agriculture, construction workers top list of most at risk of COVID death. Oakland International Airport unveils COVID-19 test vending machines. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Kristen Stewart transforms into Princess Diana while appearing on the set of Spencer. Zola hits out as exam board drops YouTuber from GCSE syllabus. Secondary school pupils may have to test themselves for COVID at home. Eddie Izzard wants to become Britain's first transgender MP. Flu is almost wiped out and at lowest level in 130 years as seasonal virus plummets by 95%. British jihadi linked to more than 30 attacks around the world was the first tech-savvy terrorist. Counter-terror chief warns Facebook's plan to encrypt messages will stop police foiling plots. Christine Chu made millions from good jobs and her name is on Prince Charles's new well-being center. Dan Hodges, by refusing to give the Scots a vote, Boris is repeating fatal error the Remainers made. Sajid Javid leads calls to shut a legal loophole that lets sexual predators groom children. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Biden faces calls to secure release of U.S. man in Afghanistan. Trump loses lead impeachment lawyers a week before trial. As France's coronavirus vaccine efforts flounder, some see an emblem of national decline. Ethiopia says Tigray back to normalcy, witnesses disagree. While Biden pushes to reopen schools, Europe moves in the opposite direction. Ukraine stayed quiet during Trump-era pressures, now it's sharing some Giuliani tales. Novavax COVID-19 vaccine news welcomed in South Africa. Time running out on Somalia's troubled vote as citizens express frustration. Saudi Arabia has been scrubbing its textbooks of anti-Semitic and misogynistic passages. The vaccine feud between Europe and AstraZeneca, explained. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live news. Germany eyes legal action over vaccine delays. Australia-New Zealand flights resume. Missing Guatemalan woman's family urges Mexico to solve killings of 19 suspected migrants. UK to apply to join free trade pact with nations on other side of world. Everybody will get their mittens. Maker of Bernie Sanders mittens forges business partnership. Palmeiras win Copa Libertadores after injury time victory over Santos. Manchester United's big blanks reflect lack of heat without crowds. Barney Ronay. Mass review, excruciating drama deals with school shooting aftermath. 2 Proud Boys arrested over Capitol attack, including one who smashed window. Private investigator Jack Palladino on life support after attempted robbery. EU's vaccine blunder reopens Brexit battle over Irish border. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Thousands flee Hong Kong for UK, fearing China crackdown. Skier dies after being found buried upside down in snow. For GameStop day traders, the moment they've dreamed about. Law enforcement probe threats against Newsom, his businesses. Creator of Bernie Mittens partners with teddy bear maker. Famous private eye Jack Palladino gravely injured in robbery. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. COVID, the pandemic's young widows and widowers. Coronavirus in Algeria, no one could travel to say goodbye to grandpa. COVID-19, France closes borders to most non-EU travel. Could a vaccine get rid of malaria for good? Lebanon ambulance driver, hospitals cannot take our COVID patients. Swedish COVID nurse to watch entire film festival alone in lighthouse. Central African Republic's capital in apocalyptic situation as rebels close in. They're coming for us, right-wing media on Biden's week. Marseille's v Rennes match called off after 300 fans attack training center. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Broodx, why trillions of cicadas set to emerge after 17 years have an ominous-sounding name. Grocery chain Publix says heiress not connected to company after report links her to Trump rally before riot. AP Top Stories January 30th p. 2 Proud Boys charged with conspiracy in Capitol riot, 1 had bomb-making manual on thumb drive, feds say. Freezer failure leads to middle-of-the-night vaccination rush. CDC mandates masks on public transit. Latest COVID-19 updates. 20 states brace for winter weather as storm blamed for 2 deaths moves across the nation. Mayor cautions U.S. recycling plant fire could spread. Russia warns against planned opposition protests. Large fire damages New Jersey amusement park. Mass vaccinations underway in Denver. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Dodger Stadium's COVID-19 vaccination site shut down after protesters gather at entrance. Los Angeles police sergeant dies of COVID-19. Why must TVs remain off at LA County restaurants? Yelling, screaming can spread coronavirus, officials say. Column, we're one horrible year into the pandemic. Is that hope we see on the horizon? A happy update on a formerly homeless man who asked strangers to take care of his corgi. Citing climate change, LADWP ends free water deal for Long Valley ranchers and sparks anger among conservationists. Column, the 6 stages of pandemic emotion. How wildfires became ripe areas for right-wing conspiracy theories. California COVID-19 deaths top 40,000, or 1 out of every 1,000 residents. Los Angeles Police Department shoot man after he allegedly threatened his wife and family, pulled gun on officers. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, January 31st, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. UK opens special visa route for Hong Kong residents to become citizens. China threatens war with Philippines as US pledges support to Manila. French Bitcoin donor who gave $500,000 to US Capitol rioters reportedly commits suicide. Kim Jong-un's wife has been missing from the public eye for more than a year. Video of Delhi police breaking CCTV cameras during Delhi riots viral as farmers protest. Global tax on tech giants now highly likely, German minister says after Yellen call. Black Lives Matter Foundation wins Swedish Human Rights Prize. Russian activist Navalny's foundation calls on Biden to sanction Putin's closest allies. Earth's ice melt has sped up dramatically in past 30 years annually. The melt rate is now about 57% faster than it was 3 decades ago, scientists report in a study published Monday. 4 students in Turkey arrested over artwork depicting LGBT rainbow symbols next to religious sites. New Zealand Prime Minister says borders will remain closed to tourists until citizens are vaccinated. Database leak exposes data of probably all population of Brazil, including dead person. Amsterdam, tourists face ban from cannabis cafes, mayor wants to get rid of low-value tourists. COVID-19, life won't return to normal for at least 2 years, expert warns, saying pandemic isn't over until it's over globally. Russian jets wipe out ISIS hideouts in Syria with 95 airstrikes in 24-hour bombing blitz. The next headlines are from Forbes. WWE Backstage Royal Rumble Special, Natalya wins number 30 on FS1. Brooklyn Nets Iman Shumpert will bring veteran presence, defense, but can he crack crowded wing rotation? Brooklyn Nets to sign veteran free agent guard Iman Shumpert, report. NBC Universal take bold stand and pledge to audition more disabled actors. Olivia Miles has big plans as she begins her Notre Dame career. Dogecoin tailspin, price drops over 70% following Reddit-driven surge. Sundance, Knocking boasts a great central performance in an otherwise thin thriller. The 10 most watched shows on Netflix in January 2021. Toronto FC's Josie Altiador is latest USMNT player to draw transfer interest, says Berhalter. Rep. Tom Rice latest Republican censured by party for breaking with Trump. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,682,896,407 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Mass Review, a charged meditation on the aftermath of a school shooting. The Sparks Brothers Review, Edgar Wright's irresistible celebration of 50 years of art pop's brightest sparks. Blake Shelton's producer, Scott Hendricks, adds minimum wage to their maxi streak of smashes, Hitmaker of the Month. Hilton Valentine, founding guitarist for the Animals, dies at 77. Try Harder, Review, Endearing, Alarming doc on senior year college application hope and heartbreak. Wild Indian Review, a native anti-hero wrestles with ghosts from his past. India allows 100% cinema occupancy as active COVID-19 cases decline, vaccinations cross 3 million. Apple Studios wins quota in record-breaking $25 million sale. 6 Degrees of David Strathairn, veteran actor of Nomadland, talks his slow process of crashing the party. COVID-19 will be incorporated into Sex and the City revival, according to Sarah Jessica Parker. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. EU reverses move to restrict export of COVID-19 vaccines to Northern Ireland. South Carolina GOP censures Rep. Tom Rice over Trump impeachment vote. As Democrats call for Marjorie Taylor Greene's removal, Republicans stay silent. Who are the lawyers defending Trump in his second impeachment trial? Nearly $100 million in Midwest under advisories as winter storm moves east. Could Trump make a comeback in 2024? Promising COVID-19 vaccine news has some itching to travel again. CDC issues sweeping new mask mandate for U.S. travelers, extends eviction moratorium. How is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign going in your state? Coronavirus world map, we've now passed the 100 million mark for infections. The following headlines are from the week. South Carolina GOP censures Republican congressman over impeachment vote. Black Americans are getting vaccinated at levels lower than expected, state and city data shows. GOP faces electoral conundrum in Georgia, new poll suggests. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene says she had a great call with Trump, claims she has his support. Ethiopia claims normalcy in Tigray amid reports of looming humanitarian crisis. COVID-19 drug trials have struggled to recruit volunteers throughout pandemic. 10 things you need to know today, January 30, 2021. CDC orders mask wearing on all public transportation. 5 irrationally funny cartoons about the GameStop stock market madness. The next headlines are from Universe Today. 2020 ties for the hottest year on record. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, January 31st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. What's the weather like on Titan? Watch an International Space Station spacewalk February 1st. A winding river of stars called Eridanus. The next news is from Politico. Macron trying to reduce demand by criticizing Oxford AstraZeneca jab, says vaccine scientist. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. Trump's top impeachment lawyer has left his team. 2 Proud Boys face federal conspiracy charges in Capitol riot. Democrats press for path to citizenship in COVID relief. Marjorie Taylor Greene claims Trump's backing amid intra-GOP debate over her fitness to serve. Maryland confirms case of COVID-19 variant from South Africa. Here's what happens to a conspiracy-driven party. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Flickers of subversion don't quite ignite dazzling play. Coronavirus updates live, Australia to resume NZ travel bubble, WA to remove self-quarantine for Queensland, Victorian arrivals. Adam Scott's wild, wacky farmers round offered must-see drama. The 8 photos of the week, Summer Edition, 2021. When street fighting moves are turned into dance, the result is wild. Real-time data, off-peak fares to entice commuters back to Melbourne CBD. Macron defends decision not to order third lockdown as it closes border. Man City move clear at the top as United held at Arsenal. Putin's former judo partner claims he owns palace linked to Russian leader. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Where should I retire? I can afford a $300,000 home in a ski town, but not if it comes with $6,000 a year in Hoadoos, so where can I retire? Market Extra, how will this wild GameStop saga end? The ghosts of trading catastrophes past offer clues. The moneyest, my husband, 67, wants to leave his $2 million estate and home to his disabled daughter and his sister's kids. Can he do that? I could outlive them. Stop laughing about GameStop stock mania. No, really. Where should I retire? I'm 60 and want to retire on between $800 and $1,200 a month, ideally near the ocean in Mexico. Where should I go? Deep dive, how you could lose everything by short selling stocks, whether it's betting against GameStop or Tesla. Newswatch, what January's market decline means for stock returns in 2021. Where should I retire? We want to buy a home on 10 wide open acres and live on $50,000 a year. Where should we retire? Market Extra, the GameStop and AMC drama doesn't stop with the stock market. I got my COVID-19 vaccination. Now what? Can I get on a plane, or visit my family? Do I still need to wear my mask? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Jurors begin virtual deliberations in first remote patent jury trial. The Recorder, law.com. Understanding damages calculation in SEP litigation, IPWatchdog.com. Patent is exclusive privilege given for invent, the Hitavida. Justices seek response in American Axle's IP eligibility row, Law 360. Editorial, Biden needs an innovation agenda, Fredericksburg.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. The GameStop bubble isn't to revolt against Wall Street. GM just sped up the depreciation of everything it owns. Anti-Sikh prejudice now threatens to overshadow the narrative around India's farmer protests. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Gaming like it's 1925, check out the early bird entries in our public domain Game Jam. Microsoft patent, chatbots made from the online habits of dead people. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. XRP. Rolex 24. Patrick Reed. Suicide Squad. Alabama basketball. Manchester United. Real Madrid vs Levante. Senior Bowl. Johnny Depp. Bucks. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. U.S. largest vaccination site in L.A. briefly shut down amid protest against COVID-19 immunization campaign, videos. Robinhood execs' contributions to House Financial Service panel leaders under scrutiny as hearing over GameStop saga announced. You really believe this? Anderson Cooper asks after former QAnon follower apologizes for thinking CNN host ate babies. Reddit users in U.S., Canada plagued by outages in service amidst GameStop stock frenzy. Creating conditions for lasting peace, joint Russian-Turkish peace monitoring center starts work in disputed Nagorno-Karabakh. Pentagon halts plan to give COVID-19 vaccination to Gitmo detainees after wave of outrage from conservatives. U.S. shows off nuclear-capable B-52 bombers on Iran's doorstep week after Biden's inauguration, video. Hitting the ceiling, Logan Paul's flop fight with Floyd Mayweather could demonstrate finite fan tolerance for boxing mismatches. Publix grocery chain faces boycotts after report claims heiress funded Trump Capitol rally with Alex Jones. Torturing the English language, Biden accused of twisting the truth with promises COVID-19 stimulus plan finishes the job. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Caveat emptor, are you a WSB useful idiot? Virginia task force drops gang database after complaints it has too many minorities in it. Jessica Alba's honest company files confidentially for IPO. Taby, suck it, Wall Street. Bill Gates aghast over crazy and evil conspiracy theories about E and Fauci, hints at social media censorship. 6 warning signs from Biden's first week in office. Goldman warns if the short squeeze continues, the entire market could crash. DoorDash scam found to be fraudulently charging people who didn't even have the app. Biden plagiarizes again after Bloomberg points out the virus plan is basically Trump's. Are tech miners and the future of public discourse. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Republican lawmaker censured by party for voting to impeach Trump. Zimbabwe elite forced to confront crippled healthcare system. Police everywhere, justice nowhere, hundreds protest in Tunisia. Proud Boys members charged with conspiracy in U.S. Capitol riot. Several killed as bomb blast hits Afrin in northern Syria. Will vaccine nationalism prolong the pandemic? Portugal close to running out of intensive care unit beds for COVID cases. Iran rejects new talks or parties in nuclear deal. U.S. Health Agency orders travelers wear masks on public transport. Stop this destructive giveaway, fight against U.S. mine picks up. The next headlines are from Breitbart. West Side Story actress Rita Moreno, Hollywood racism still the same damn problem as when I started. Fauci, UK virus variant found in at least 30 US states may be deadlier. Stanley Tucci, Colin Firth hope for LGBT approval of their casting as gay men in Supernova. Poll, near majority of Missourians approve of Josh Hawley's job as senator. Josh Mondale, keep Ohio red by maintaining Trump coalition. Church community helps pastor raise $10,000 for heart transplant. CBS hires law firm to investigate allegations of racism, sexism at its TV stations. Report, rapper Martel Veruan, identified as Beyoncé's cousin, shot dead in Texas. Schumer, we have to address issues like DC statehood, automatic voter registration, we'll get big, bold change no matter what. Exclusive, large group of Haitian migrants cross border into Texas. The next headlines are from UPI News. Freddie the Great Dane, tallest dog in the world, dead at 8. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 6 craziest Florida man stories. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Engineers design new face masks with test strip to detect COVID, much like a pregnancy test. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. After losing my dog, neighbors on Nextdoor loaned me their own pups to grieve. $14 billion raised for Great Green Wall to continue planting trees across Africa, keeping Sahara from destroying villages. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, January 31st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. 11 Fort Bliss soldiers hospitalized after drinking chemical found in antifreeze. Former QAnon follower to Anderson Cooper, I apologize for thinking that you ate babies. Virtually normal, Montreal student tries to contact his online prof, only to learn he's dead. Pedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein used a bizarre messaging system called MindSpring to boss around the people his home. Why wombats poop cubes? Langs Farm makes $50K in pandemic by offering Zoom calls with goats. Sea prison, COVID-19 has left hundreds of thousands of seafarers stranded. 4-year-old girl finds dinosaur footprint on South Wales beach. Sausage company reopens after a misunderstanding with the health department. Jessica Simpson offers her sympathies for Subway's recent tuna confusion. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. This new book explores the difficulty of aligning AI with our values. After click lays a heat map over your website to show you where users are really clicking. This highly rated $145 HD projector is perfect for Netflix movie nights. 15-minute cities don't just improve mobility, they're better for equality. 3 billion years ago, Mars looked a lot like Iceland. Netflix is testing a sleep timer for your late-night binges. The following headlines are from Science Daily. By changing their shape, some bacteria can grow more resilient to antibiotics. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, January 31st from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Women accused of trying to avoid DUIs by bribing police officers. Man buried in Summit County avalanche. Bayou's postseason dreams put in jeopardy in double OT thriller, but Cougars outlast Pacific 95-87. Utah running Utes Alfonso Plummer was the hero, but late Pele Larson defensive stand secures win at Colorado. Medical waste incinerator agrees to pay $2.60 and to resolve alleged clean air violations. RSL officials lobbying for Harriman Soccer Academy to be included in team sale, calling it a franchise linchpin. Local football players earn Max Preps All-America honors. David Brooks, children need to be back in school tomorrow. Utah hits a record high for daily vaccinations, as another 1,468 cases of COVID-19 are reported. Utah Senator Mitt Romney calls out Republican Congresswoman for spreading the big lie about a stolen election. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. With new user-defined functions, Microsoft Excel is now Turing complete. Recovering QAnon members seek help from therapists, subreddits, and on Telegram. The problems of touchscreens in the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. The U.S. government's entire 645,000 vehicle fleet will go all electric. Could this powerful new fusion rocket thruster propel us beyond Mars? Phone numbers for 533 million Facebook users were being sold on Telegram. Study finds the least affordable city for tech workers, Silicon Valley, San Jose. Are the U.S. military's GPS tests threatening airline safety? Terms of service agreements are unbalanced, need reforming, urges New York Times. Can Oklahoma return its $2 million stockpile of hydroxychloroquine? The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. City provides hundreds of vaccines at Union Station. Two 19-year-olds charged in November 2020 murder. Federal conspiracy charges for two Proud Boys in Capitol riot. Pinson, Tillman lead number 12 Missouri to OT win over TCU. Large truck carrying 35,000 pounds of candy crashes on I-44. Missouri reports 1,249 new virus cases, 9 COVID deaths. $1,400 stimulus checks, where we stand as January ends. MSD repairing broken force main in Earth City. Illinois officials will accept tax returns starting February 12. East St. Louis woman killed in I-70 pedestrian accident near Kingdom City. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. County reports 2,128 new COVID-19 cases, 32 deaths. Anti-vaccine protesters temporarily shut down SoCal vaccine site. Navy sailors on destroyer in San Diego test positive for COVID-19. Arson suspected in house fire that sent burn victim to hospital. Billionaire Chamith Palihapitiya backs effort to recall Newsom. After stormy week, sun shines over San Diego. Zoo, Safari Park reopen after weeks-long COVID-19 closure. Family, freak accident led to 21-year-old death at Mission Trails. News Now, storm aftermath, an intense arson firefight in new vaccine sites. CDC issues federal mask mandate effective next week on planes, mass transit, taxis and trains. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Israeli envoy to India, we weren't surprised by blast, we've been on high alert. Mossad head to visit U.S. next month to meet White House officials, report. 6 engrossing French crime dramas to watch after you've finished Lupin. It's Just a Little Family, the perfect cover for SEO spies. Many Apple App Store apps feature misleading privacy labels, report Technocotex. Xiaomi introduces its new technology for true wireless charging Technocotex. How many stocks will Robinhood let you buy? The numbers keep shrinking Technocotex. Don't miss the 3 SIM-only deals that are dominating the weekend Technocotex. Canadians deserve better, experts decry outrageous interest rates by alternative lender CBC News. Former KGB spy says Donald Trump was groomed as Russian asset since 1980s, narcissism made him perfect target. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, January 31st, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Violent threats against Governor Newsom, his business is under investigation. Anti-vaccine protesters temporarily shut down CA vaccine site. 2 women found dead after man barricades himself in Vacaville apartment, police. Woman shot with BB gun while walking through SF Whole Foods parking lot. Exclusive interview, Pulitzer Prize-winning creator of 1619 Project Nicole Hannah-Jones. 11 soldiers hospitalized after drinking compound found in antifreeze, Army says. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Family of 4 found dead in Northeast Oklahoma home. Snow could delay Sunday delivery. State virus positivity rate continues to decline as 65 more people die. Low interest rates, desire for more room make for hot housing market. Facts matter, military bandit and play hit the road jack as Trump left office. Retired Libertyville executive finds second career in childhood learning. For her 100th birthday, Lombard woman gets a parade in Wheaton. Constable, firefighters don't have to carry emotional burden alone. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Orange alert for tropical cyclone Ana 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0.29 million. Green alert for tropical cyclone 1621. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, January 31st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Black Lives Matter movement nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. One shot in possible road rage in Northwest Harris County. Trump loses lead impeachment lawyers a week before trial, sources say. Deshaun Watson removes all Houston Texans reference from social media. Texas GOP files ban on transgender women, restricting them from girls' sports. Cold front moves through overnight. Famous private eye Jack Palladino, known for work in Jonestown suicides, gravely injured in robbery. 8 people transported to hospital after car crashes into Fiesta Mart. Missing 27-year-old Stafford man may have been spotted this week in Houston. Driver killed along Northeast Harris County curve, neighbors say is dangerous. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Pons scores 17 as number 18 Tennessee beats number 15 Kansas 80-61. Number 20 Vautech rallies in second half, beats number 8 Virginia. Number 23 UCLA outlasts pesky Oregon State for 57-52 victory. Uproar, Alabama governor to lease prisons, despite criticism. Reed dodges controversy to share 54-hole lead at Farmers. Martina Spirit wins Lewis, gives Baffert a Kai Darby hopeful. Former pitcher Scott Erickson charged with reckless driving. Hurricanes Gene Rozek leaves game in first period due to injury. Anti-vaccine protesters temporarily shut down vaccine site. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, Mets owner Steve Cohen cannot handle your GameStop DMs. Feds tie MTA worker to Proud Boys and charge him with conspiracy in Capitol riots. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Messy blizzard may dump up to 10 inches of snow and bring 45 miles per hour wind gusts to NYC on Sunday. Washington Heights vaccine site bans out-of-towners, now it must court locals. Coronavirus updates, state data confirms NYC will miss goal of 1 million COVID-19 vaccinations by end of month. Hit and run driver kills Good Samaritan aiding stranded motorist in Queens. City Council aims to reduce the NYPD's footprint with sweeping new police reforms. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag was detected near Tulle in Indonesia. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, south of the Fiji Islands. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag has occurred near La Paz in Philippines. Light earthquake, M4.4 quake has struck near Puerto San Jose in Guatemala. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag was detected near Kishan, Iran. Minor earthquake, 3.3 mag was detected near King Cove in Alaska. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near Rat Islands, Aleutian Islands, Alaska. Moderate earthquake 5 mag, South Shetland Islands. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, 110 kilometers northeast of Finschhofen, Papua New Guinea. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Kuril Islands. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Internationally, COVID-19 extracted a heavy toll on older people. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Would you be considered a domestic terrorist under this new bill? The destructive plan behind the Biden-Russia agenda. Spotify wins patent to snoop on user's voice to gauge emotional state. How to create a false pandemic. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Is QAnon shaman Jake Angeli turning his back on Trump? Was the Black Lives Matter movement nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize? Did Trump campaign advisor promise to eat his shoe if Biden won? Playing favorites, hospital boards, donors get COVID shots. Did a declassified picture show an alien UFO crash? CDC requires face masks on airlines, public transportation. Journalists sought for personal help by the COVID-19 curious. Is Betty White older than sliced bread? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Why the deaf family dramedy Coda became Sundance's biggest sale ever. He thought he was living in the Matrix, and killed his parents. They decided to have sex with other people. Disaster ensued. Dan Crenshaw is the Trumpst of the wannabe new Trumps. Amanda Seyfried still has nightmares about her singing in Les Miserables. How Sesame Street was inspired by beer commercials. Ex-MLB pitcher was straight racing socialite Powell when two boys were killed. Police. 5 products scouted readers bought most of this January. Inside the Villages, a Florida retirement haven that's so much more than sex and scandal. We Are, the Brooklyn Saints' Netflix's failed attempt to recreate the cheer magic. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Family of beheaded journalist Daniel Pearl to appeal killer's release. Ex-Dodgers pitcher Scott Erickson pitcher charged in connection to hit and run. British poll says European Union made a mistake over COVID-19 vaccines. Bro culture bullying drove women on Andrew Yang's 2020 campaign to therapy, report. Pizza what? Pizza Hut's new Detroit-style pizza has some Americans confused. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The beginning to the end of the universe. Looking for life in the universe. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Climate refugees, the quest for a haven from extreme weather events. Book excerpt, How to Prepare for Climate Change by David Pogue. Deadly winter storm system moves east with 100 million inches path. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Austrian man leaves fortune to French village that saved him and his family from Nazis. German man finds gold coins but unlikely to claim treasure. Capitol rioter from upstate New York nabbed with online bomb-making manuals. Thousands participate in anti-lesbian protests in France but encounter fierce opposition. Northwestern cheerleader sues university, says she was paraded as sex kitten for donors and fans. Nearly 350 patients, some with COVID, evacuated after fire at Chile hospital. UK Supreme Court to hear case on gender-neutral passports in July. Rapper fatally shot in Texas apartment believed to be Beyonce's cousin. Embattled Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene boasts of great call with Trump. Mayor of Texas police chief resigns following arrest linked to cheating scandal. The following headlines are from military.com. Bill Botsy, Marine vet, becomes Dearborn Heights' first Muslim mayor. Police tighten Congress security in era of rising threats. Army, 6 soldiers drank compound found in antifreeze. Biden visits wounded soldiers at Walter Reed, where son died. VMI could alter honor court over racial disparity concerns. Watchdog agency to take up fight against military payday loan scams once more. Navy given okay to train in some Washington state parks. Air Force vet, Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick to line honor at U.S. Capitol. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Railroad cop shook up after being shot at in back-of-the-yards gun battle. Winter storm bearing down on Chicago area, 5 to 9 inches of wet, heavy snow expected. New round of snow falls on Chicagoland. Modest progress in bargaining as National Teachers Union leader calls on Lightfoot to work with CTU. Why is the mayor not listening? 3 shot in Gresham, fire department says. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 57,292 vaccine doses administered, 3,345 new COVID-19 cases and 65 additional deaths reported Saturday. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 63 new deaths, 3,345 new confirmed and probable cases and 107,802 new test results. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 1,829,575 doses delivered, 945,137 administered, average 41,045 given a day. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, January 31st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The stunning and sacred lands of Utah's Bears ears could soon be protected again. Brain stimulation's complex emotional effects. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Heponini lifts Panthers to 3-2 win over Red Wings in debut. St. Francis, PA, defeats Central Connecticut 62-59. Cleveland Street tops Green Bay 73-65 for second time in 2 days. McGee scores 25 to lift Liberty past Jacksonville 64-58. Lawton scores in OT to give Flyers 3-2 win over Islanders. New York packs up, reflects after America's Cup exit. Munford lifts scrambling state over Arc, Pine Bluff 74-71. Moore carries Oakland over Purdue Fort Wayne 82-75. Ovechkin returns, scores OT winner as Capitals beat Bruins. Weathers lifts Duquesne over St. Joseph 67-50. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Bay Area TV Sports, what to watch on Sunday Monday. The latest, protesters temporarily block LA vaccination site. CDC requires face masks on airlines, public transportation. Sentencing delayed for fired VA staffer who killed 7. Controversial Congresswoman boasts of great conversation with Trump amid calls for her ouster. Kurtenbach, Kelly Ober's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde play is the Warriors' biggest issue. 10 arrested after Menifee home invasion robbery, illegal pot grow found in targeted house. U.S. pauses plan to give virus vaccine to Guantanamo prisoners. Vacaville police arrest suspect, 2 women found dead in apartment. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. NTSB probes house fire that killed 4, gas pipeline involved. Sentencing delayed for fired VA staffer who killed 7. Official, system in deadly nitrogen leak recently installed. Crash survivor lifts trophy in Brazil for chapel cones. Report, cheerleader sues Northwestern, says she was harassed. The next headlines are from The Intercept. How the Los Angeles Police Department and Palantir use data to justify racist policing. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, January 31st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Nivolumab effective treatment for malignant mesothelioma. LCMC3, neoadjuvant vesilizumab safe, meets primary endpoint of pathologic response rate. Selected gene RNA expression is not predictive of improved overall survival. Talent study supports NLCST and Nelson trial results. EARS program expedites recovery for congenital heart surgery patients. Women undergo less aggressive open heart surgery, experience worse outcomes than men. Host immune classifier HEC assays may predict treatment response. COVID effect leads to fewer heart surgeries, more patient deaths. Study finds potential therapeutic targets to inhibit colorectal cancer progression. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man dies days after Gresham shooting. Norfolk Southern cop exchanges gunfire with suspect in back of the yards. Homicide investigation launched after person found dead in Gary, police. Coronavirus Live blog, January 30th, 2021, Illinois coronavirus testing positivity rate falls to lowest point in almost 4 months, Hive updates. Second round of heavy snow rolls into Chicago, up to 8 inches possible. The Bulls' Denzel Valentine has a new career lease with a new coach. 3 shot in Gresham. CPS, CTU make progress with several tentative agreements, but strike still looms. Blackhawks cancel practice Saturday as 2 more players added to COVID-19 list. Sources, Cubs, Trevor Williams agree to 1-year deal. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, January 31st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Lord of the Rings Lego set breaks Guinness World Record with 150 million bricks, CBR, comic book resources. Flagstaff man sets American record running 100K, ABC 15 Arizona. 12-year-old breaks Guinness World Record with Millennium Falcon Lego kit, inside the magic. Columbus Grove man sets world record for block press, your news now. From run to Guinness record, Freddie, world's tallest dog dies at 8, Fox 29 News Philadelphia. Canadian man sets his 4th world record for eating hot peppers, CNN. Data Beauty gets the spotlight in new Guinness World Records title, manilastandard.net. India sets world record in COVID vaccine, fastest to reach 3 million shots in just 13 days, Sakshi English. Dina Asher-Smith sets world record in 60 indoor, CGTN. Chief Seam receives international recognition, WIBW. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Google suspended federated chat app Element for allegedly hosting abusive content. This rare, working Apple One computer can be yours if you have $1.5 million lying around. Robinhood, so about that whole game stonks thing. Let's reminisce about last year's most memorable data breaches. Disney Plus's Willow series has found a new director in Jonathan Entwistle. Saturday's best deals, LG 75-inch Smart 4K TV, XPG DDR4M, hydrating collagen masks, Onzi face masks, car safety multi-tool, and more. Mask up with 40% off Onzi mindful masks. These hardcore species would stand a chance in a nuclear apocalypse. Physicists are reinventing the laser. This is not a sci-fi movie. This guy makes 3D printed hyper-realistic masks using real faces. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Carnarvon Airport in Australia at 111.56 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Buiga in Russia at minus 65.2 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 54 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Google Play bans open source Matrix client Element, citing abusive content. A new $110 light gun for old duck hunts, Ars tests an HD TV-friendly option. Lawmakers take aim at insidious digital dark patterns. 9 Russian adventurers mysteriously froze to death, a new theory explains why. The following headlines are from Raw Story. QAnon Congresswoman flips out on Twitter, the Lincoln Project are the real traitors. Trump loses to impeachment lawyers, as a Senate trial is about to begin, report. Pelosi trolls GOP leader as QAnon for embracing Marjorie Taylor Greene. Anti-vax protesters shut down Dodger Stadium vaccine site, Los Angeles Police Department responds in the force, report. Busted, Republican lawmaker caught pushing parental rights bill for rapists. Giuliani given till Wednesday to retract Lincoln Project libel and brutal letter from attorneys. Trump has splintered GOP leadership, and it could be devastating in the midterm elections, report. Trump supporters do not live in Realville, and cannot see they've destroyed the GOP, strategist. Neo-Nazi robocaller slapped with $10 million fine from FCC, report. Trump is so toxic he's having problems finding a place to hive, there's a bad odor. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. 100 lawmakers want a citizenship path for immigrant essential workers in next relief bill. A different sort of storm is coming for Marjorie Taylor Greene. A year ago today, the WHO called COVID a public health emergency of international concern. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 29 update. Sleek, legendary, huge, vulnerable, orcas are under threat. After enduring complete hell during the pandemic, food workers struggle to get vaccinated. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Bigfoot hunting proposal has Sasquatch enthusiasts crying foul, New York Post. Legit, it's nearing open season on Bigfoot in Oklahoma, Austin American Statesman. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Heavy rotation, 20 songs public radio cannot stop playing, OPB News. The first sign of alien life, this astrophysicist thinks so, CNN. 50 best movies from the 1970s entertainment nptelegraph.com, North Platte Telegraph. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Study details how glutamate signaling works in the brain to enable neuronal communication, News Medical Net. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, January 31st, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The next headlines are from OpenMinds.tv. Open Minds UFO Radio Newscast January 29, 2021. Special guest, Martin Willis. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, January 31st, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.